The season premiere of Friday Night SmackDown comes to you on the USA Network for the first time in years. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my WWE Friday Night SmackDown review. September 13th marks SmackDown's return to the USA Network, and this is their permanent home. No more Fox. They are done with the Fox Network, thank God. Although we traded blackouts, random blackouts on the screen for a ton of mutes. I can't tell you how many times the crowd was muted tonight because of F Solo chants and other obscenities that the crowd was chanting. Look here, I would rather have the audio, the volume being muted than the screen being blacked out. So it's something that we'll have to deal with until the WWE decides they are no longer PG. But it is what it is. SmackDown feels a lot at home, a lot more at home with USA than Fox. I'll tell you that. Now, for the time being, SmackDown is 2 hours, and Raw will also be 2 hours after Bad Blood. But I am predicting, so be prepared, for SmackDown to go 3 hours, probably around the time Raw moves to Netflix. They haven't announced it yet. I just have this feeling that we might need to enjoy these 2 hours while we have them. Because once USA loses NXT and Raw, they're going to need something to make up for that advertiser money. So don't be upset and don't be surprised if SmackDown moves to 3 hours. But I will say this. If it's anywhere near as good as tonight's episode, we'll be in good shape. This was a very strong and absolute banger of an episode on the premiere on USA. Great. All around. The wrestling was great. I thought Solo and Cody had a much better match than their match at SummerSlam. And I can already tell you, their tag match happening at Bad Blood is going to be even better. I am stoked for Roman and Cody versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. Huge match. Oh, that's a huge match. That's going to be massive when it happens. That's the kind of match you do at SummerSlam. I wish we would have gotten that at SummerSlam. But regardless, it's going to be a great match. Atlanta is going to have one of the best pay-per-views from the WWE in a long time. Because I predicted we were getting Roman and Solo, and then Cody and Kevin, and then Triple H said, nah, I can do better than that. I'm giving you Cody and Roman versus Solo and Jacob. Now, where does that leave Kevin Owens? Without a match. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll talk about that when we get to it, but I'm not complaining whatsoever that we're getting this match. To be fair, if I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of prefer this match over Kevin losing to Cody again. Because even if we did the heel turn, which we do need, we'll get into it. We all know if they did Kevin and Cody again, Kevin was going to lose. Here, it could go either way. They could have Jacob get a pinfall over Roman or Cody. I don't see Solo getting the win in this match. I see this more as a highlight match for Jacob Fatu, which it should be. No offense to Solo. I think we're moving on from Solo being the main focal point, the main eventer of the Bloodline, or at least this new iteration of the Bloodline. We need to move Jacob Fatu to that forefront now. And I think that's what they're doing. So I'm excited about this match. You're not going to see me complain whatsoever. At the same time, it does leave me wondering what we're going to do with Kevin Owens now. Because they were clearly teasing a heel turn. Clearly. And it still feels like that's what they want to do. I don't know how they get to it now. Now that he's back with Randy Orton. And they're feuding with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So what, you're going to have Kevin turn on Randy? If anything else, I would have Randy turn on Kevin. Because the match to do at WrestleMania is Randy versus Cody. No offense to Kevin. Maybe they both turn heel and they both get their shots. I don't know. We'll figure that one out when we get to it. But yeah, that's a shame. That is a shame for Kevin, who had a really good performance at Bash in Berlin. They did a very good job of highlighting the fact that that evil side, that dark side is still in there. And he's fighting it. And I feel like right now, SmackDown needs top heels. No offense to the Bloodline. Solo ain't a top heel. Jacob isn't a top heel, really. I think I speak for everyone when I say everyone loves Jacob Fatu. A lot of people love this guy. No one wants to boo him. No one wants to boo Jacob Fatu. So we need a heel. Of course, when The Rock comes back, there's your heel. But even then, it's like, Rock isn't full time. We need someone that's going to carry the heel side right now. We need a top heel. We need a top villain. Because Cody's not going to be involved with the Bloodline for much longer. At the latest, Survivor Series. War Games. Because if he's teaming with Roman here, he'll be teaming with Roman at Survivor Series. So there's 2 right there for Roman's team. You have to wonder how we're going to make this work, though. So I have a feeling we'll be seeing Jimmy and, of course, Jay get involved here. Maybe even Sammy. There's your 5 right there. Sammy, Jay, Jimmy, Roman, Cody. Taking on, Jacob? I'm assuming Solo. Then the Gorillas. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. And then maybe they'll bring in Hikuleo. Or maybe they bring in The Rock. Because apparently The Rock's coming back very soon. We'll figure it out. There's your Survivor Series match. Whatever they do, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see where they go with this storyline. Now that we're clearly starting to get the ball moving forward on Roman going after the Ulafala. So, we'll get into that definitely. We have other news to discuss. SmackDown has a new logo and new theme music, and people are kind of split on it. I'm not. I love it. I love both of it. I love all of it. I love the logo, and I love the music. Excited about both. Can't wait to see what other new things, new gadgets that Triple H has for us. And I have news. Although it's rumblings, I do have news on the contract between WWE and their current music group that creates all the themes, Def Rebel. Because it looks like that's about to end. And I think a lot of you are happy that that's going to be the case.
You know Triple H was holding out putting this episode of SmackDown together tonight. Best SmackDown in weeks. Things about to pick up now.
Yeah, it felt like this was a complete shift in the right direction for not just SmackDown, but WWE overall. I'm happy. I'm happy things are starting to pick up again for SmackDown. Let's hope the momentum stays. Let's hope they keep this momentum going. Yeah, just a lot to talk about. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. Let's go ahead and get to the preliminary stuff. Let's pay these bills, do the sponsorship, do the shout-outs, and then, of course, we will get to the wrestling news and then the review. So, if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edits help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads, follow us on Discord, and give us a follow on TikTok. Because I am the tickest, I'm the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. And get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alex guy? Then become a part of the club. Fresh out the box. Stop, look and watch. Get you an I'm a Just Alex guy t-shirt. And also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex as well t-shirt. And many, many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. Your way. Right here in Alex's world. I want to thank the lovely people at Mint Mobile Country, for being partners with this broadcast. And I want to thank Mint Mobile for helping to give these people quality service, mobile phone quality service. Now, some of you who are watching, not even some of you, all of you watching, you have yourself a cell phone plan, a mobile plan that probably cost you in the hundreds, dare I say more than that, a month. What if I told you you can get the same quality that you have right now for $15? I said $15 a month. No BS. You want more? Then let's get a quick word from our partners, and then we'll get to some shout-outs. This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies. That was until I discovered Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services starting as low as $15 a month. With Mint Mobile, you can get high-speed data plus unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. The best part? You get to keep your phone and even the phone number. Now, if you do want to purchase your own phone, they do have phones available on the website, which you can get through the link. The internet service is reliably fast. It's so seamless, I put it up there with any other network on the market. Now, some of you might think switching to a new service is a hassle. Let me reassure you, this is only going to take you 15 minutes to set up. You could literally do it right now from your phone, no need to leave your house or contact anybody. And if your device does not support eSIM, then Mint Mobile will personally ship you a physical SIM card. So if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money without sacrificing anything, use the link trymintmobile.com/justalex and start your wireless plan today as low as $15 a month. Don't lose out on this opportunity. Start saving money by switching to Mint Mobile today. Thank you all so much for joining me here. I did see that it is the birthday of one Mr. Robert Brown from Browntown. Happy birthday, Robert Brown, and thank you for celebrating it with us. You're choosing us to celebrate it with, buddy? Oh my goodness. We gotta get the girls in here. Let's get the dancers. Summon the dancers. And bring champagne. What you want? What drink you want, Robert Brown? Anything you want, man. Let me know. Drinks on me. Happy birthday, Robert Brown. Thank you for joining us to celebrate your birthday. And thank you for choosing me for your live review of SmackDown. Please show your love to the Mod Squad. The Mod Squad is in the building. We got Ultra, Shine Nice and Firestar Heart, Elias, a Demon, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. And of course, Highway Dylan Danger, and Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. By the way, be sure you like the video. It is imperative that you hit that like button because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So up, boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get these shout outs in to the lovely people who are here in the live chat. By the way, as soon as I'm done with the shout outs, I will have to run away for about 10 seconds. And I will be right back. Matter of fact, all right, I hate to do this to y'all, but I have to take a quick step away for about 30 seconds. You can count down and I'll be right back, I swear. I can take care of this business real quickly. I apologize. I'll be right back. I do apologize for that. Thank you for sticking around for that little detour away. I think we're all good. Microphone is on. I sound great. You all look great. Let's get to these shout outs. I see the birthday boy from Robert's town, from Browntown. Robert Brown. We got JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog sounding off about the season premiere of SmackDown on USA. He says, the logo looks good. The theme intro, Playa, by Megan Thee Stallion, is okay. Yeah, I've heard mixed reactions to the new theme song. I like it. I don't have any issues with it. But again, we'll get to that in a second. And it's called Never Play, by the way. Never Play. I see Taryn Jones. Good to have you here, Mr. Taryn. I see Fly Guy, the Fly Guy, or Fly Guy Uno. Fly Guy 1 in his house. Daniel Berry Sports highlights Joseph Winters. I see Ethan Zakarbach. Good to have you here. We got Sean Swaby. Baby! Sean Swaby in his house. Andre Benson, who donated earlier. Good to have you here, Mr. Andre. John Bill II. All these people showing love to Robert Brown. Aaron Teagle, Shadow Star. Cold Fire, Pikachu Black, Sunset Jaden, and the last one is going to go to Joker from Persona 5. All right, thank y'all so much for being here. I want to thank you all for continuing to support the channel. As always, it does the channel good to see you guys interact with each other, to talk about wrestling. And when I say this is a safe space, I really do mean that. So keep up the discussion. Give me your thoughts on the show. Give me your grades. Give me your scores. And then, of course, the topics that I'm getting ready to get into. Give me your thoughts on those as well. Let's go ahead and get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, right below me, SmackDown had some upgrades. Starting off with the new logo. A new SmackDown logo debuted tonight on the USA premiere. I like it. I think it's kind of a throwback, a mixture of the old school SmackDown logo, like the original SmackDown logo, and the newest one. Nice little blend. Unique. Helps it stand out. Like the color scheme and everything. Now, I think overall people don't have as much of a problem with the logo as they do the new theme song. So, usually, WWE in particular, they're known for rock, heavy metal theme songs, right? Sometimes soft rock. Here, it's kind of a detour. As of lately, they've been going to more modern, mainstream music, and they went with Megan Thee Stallion. Who was the other person? It was Megan Thee Stallion and some other person singing their theme song. It was REM's, and it was called Never Play. Rap, pure rap. I like it. Again, I'm into rap music. Personally, big fan of Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know why people would dislike her. I mean, she's gorgeous and also very talented. But taste, preferences, I'm aware that rap is not for everybody. And when you think about wrestling, does rap fit? I do think in certain aspects, under certain circumstances, you can make rap music work with wrestling. And here, yeah, I think it's going to take some time for people to get used to. But I think it's a great thing. High energy. I love the way the video package was, the intro package was shot. It was crisp. It flowed very well with the music. I might be one of those fans that just enjoys this type of stuff more than the average person does. But Megan Thee Stallion, you're not going to hear any complaints from me if she's the one doing the intro. By the way, is Megan a wrestling fan? Houston girl, hometown girl, Megan Thee Stallion. She a wrestling fan? She might be. If she is, lock her up. I know Nicki Minaj is. Megan Thee Stallion, though, if you can lock her in for an appearance, bring her in. Bring her in. So, let me know how y'all feel about the theme song, the logo. But speaking of theme songs, this is the big news for today. And this comes from Corey Hayes. Corey Hayes of PWN. He says, there are rumblings that Death Rebel's contract with WWE will not be renewed upon expiration. The WWE instead will be using mainstream artists as the norm going forward for their theme songs. Wow. That's a big shift. Now, I do not know, again, this isn't coming from Fightful Select or PW Insider, so this story might not be completely accurate, but Corey Hayes has broken news before, and Fightful Select did tag along or basically use one of their stories to promote another news item that they had. So if they're promoted heavily and verified by Fightful Select, I trust them as well. I just want to know this. Death Rebel, first off, not a big fan of their work. I think I'm going to speak for everybody when I say this. CFO Money, that was the previous music group that wrote all their music. When WWE lost him, that was a huge mistake. That was one of the biggest losses they've had. Because losing Jim Johnson, it was inevitable. It is one of those things where you want to move forward. You're not going to have him around for too long. He should be in the Hall of Fame. But I get moving on from Jim Johnson. When they found CFO Money, oh my goodness, it was a great trade-off. Some of the best, my personal favorite theme songs were written by CFO Money. When they lost him, it just wasn't the same. Death Rebel, I'm not going to say Death Rebel is a terrible group because they did write Roman Reigns' theme song and they did write the remix. And that was a banger, and that is a banger. Outside of that, though, lots of misses. Lots of misses. Not a fan of a lot of the music that they wrote at all. So losing them, trust me, is probably the best move that WWE can do. And then allowing other music artists, other talents outside of WWE to write for the talent. That's probably the best way to go about it. Is it more cost effective? Is it going to cost them a lot more money? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that turns out for them. Personally, if it was up to me, just call Jim Johnson. Call Jim Johnson. Let him write some more before he decides to retire permanently. CFO Money apparently broke up, so we can't get them back. That sucks. But if you need, like, someone to oversee music, CFO Money. CFO Money, CFO Money, the people who are still the group that's still there, and maybe get Jim Johnson in there too. Again, I'm not saying Def Rebel makes nothing but terrible music. Again, they've had their bangers. I do think Def Rebel has had a couple of theme songs, Roman Reigns' theme song, for example, that do work. But the rest of them, it's a miss for me. It's a miss for me. We'll see. I think using mainstream artists is the way to go for the future. I don't know when their contract expires exactly. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. We'll definitely figure it out. So give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts about Death Rebel's contract expiring. Are you excited? Are you up for this idea of WWE going to more mainstream music? Because some of you don't like the fact that Megan Thee Stallion made the theme song for SmackDown. Are you going to be happy with her doing other theme songs for other talents? We'll figure it out. So that's all the wrestling news we have for tonight. I usually would have like a full lineup. Ain't much happening. The rest of SmackDown is just basically running through SmackDown. But if anything happens while I'm live, you guys want to talk about it, let me know. You can just put it here in the live chat, and if I see it, we'll talk about it. So with that said, SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Now this episode was great. And part of the reason why it was great was because Seattle, Washington was on fire tonight. This crowd was amazing. Sold out. 14,000 screaming loud fans. Where were they? They were in the Climate Pledge Arena. The Climate Pledge Arena. 14,000 live. A great crowd can take a good show and make it awesome. And this crowd really elevated this show. They opened up with the steel cage match. They opened up with Cody versus Solo inside the steel cage. And the first hour was commercial free. Or at least the first 30 minutes, that was commercial free. No commercials throughout the entire match. And the match was so much better. Think about their SummerSlam match and how boring that was. It was very average until Roman came out. This was so much better. Very strong opener. Very good match. We even got a little bit of color. Cody Rhodes bled. We got blood. A little bit. Not too much. Kind of happy we saw it. Kind of wish Solo bled too. But don't worry. We're going to get a lot more blood when we get to CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Oh, that one's going to be a gore fest. Can't wait for it. But yes, this was a great performance from both men. Love seeing Cody do that Cody cutter off the cage. I thought he was gonna redo his moonsault dive. Remember when he fought Wardlow in AEW? He hit the moonsault off the top of the cage. I thought he was gonna do that on Solo. He didn't. He did a crossbody instead. Smart. Save that spot for a WrestleMania or a different match. War Games. But yeah, this was a very good match, and color me surprised, Cody just beat Solo with no help. I was thinking that Roman would have came out to distract Solo, or maybe the bloodline comes out and then Roman fends off the bloodline and then Cody beats him that way. But no, Cody just beats Solo clean. All right, so there goes his opportunities at that world title. It's over. We're moving on from him. Bloodline comes out. They basically get inside the cage and start attacking 4-on-1. Beating up Cody. Jacob hits the best moonsault ever, double jump moonsault on Cody, and then goes to do a moonsault off the top, or at least a Samoan splash off the top of the cage. And then Roman's music hit, and that place lost their minds. The amount of energy coming from that crowd, the pop he got was incredible. Roman walked out there, crowd's going crazy, gets inside the ring, closes the cage door, and whoops some Samoan ass. Whoops their asses, runs them off, and then we see Cody and Roman stare at each other inside the ring. Stare down. And then, that was it. That was the opening. Literally, the first hour was that. That was literally the first hour. The match, Roman coming out to make the save. And yeah, that was a hell of a way to kick off the show. Highlight of the entire night for me. Now, you will see Cody and Roman later on in the main event. We'll get to that later. But when I saw this, I just kind of figured, oh, that's what they're trying to do. We're doing Cody and Roman versus Jacob and Solo. Okay. All right. Huge match. Huge. I did think, well, that does suck for Kevin Owens, and we'll talk about that in a second. But look here. Again, I prefer this match over seeing Cody beat Kevin Owens again. I'll say that. How about that? We move on to very quick match. Michan versus Piper Niven. Michan gets the victory over Piper Niven. And then post-match, Chelsea Green hits the unprettier on a trash can. So we're continuing a feud between Chelsea Green and Michan. The Legends came out because we are celebrating 25 years of SmackDown. We saw Rob Van Dam. We saw Excuse Me! Vicky Guerrero, yeah, I'm still not quite over what she did to her daughter, so I'm gonna leave that alone. We saw King Booker. We saw Gunther. Nah, 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 nah. We saw Damian Priest, and we saw other people. And they did highlights, going through all the past of SmackDown from all the years. It was definitely a nice trip back in time. I'm curious, would you guys be interested in me doing either a live stream or an upload of the top 25 moments in SmackDown history to celebrate 25 years of SmackDown? Would y'all be interested in that? Something to think about. Be cool, huh? Let's sit on that. Let's sit on that. Could be something to do in the future. All right, so after this, I think they had A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller taking on Kevin Owens and one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, a future Hall of Famer, and someone who would whoop that ass in a second. I'm talking about Ricky. Pretty Ricky. You saw this hunk walk outside, come to the ring, and I said, oh, buddy, y'all's in troubles. Ricky about to tear that ass up. Pause. But then Randy Orton called and said, I'm taking my spot. And I said, ooh, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky that Ricky, you lucky Ricky got replaced, because the ass whooping that Randy and Kevin gave to A-Town Down Under, you already know Ricky would have given it to him 2 times, 10 times as much. So y'all lucky. In all seriousness, that was a funny little detour, a funny little bait and switch. We all knew it was going to be Randy Orton. So Randy and Kevin beat Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Let's talk about it. So, clearly the WWE has been teasing some sort of a heel turn with Kevin Owens. And I kind of feel like they still want to do it. Now, they took a detour away from it after what happened with Kevin and Cody. But I think we're going to come back to it. How we come back to it, I have no idea. Are we going to have Kevin turn on Randy? Have Randy turn on Kevin? Because I feel like Kevin wants to get another shot at Cody. You don't just do what you did at Bash in Berlin and not follow through. Triple H is always making sure he follows through. And I figured that after what they did at Bash in Berlin with Kevin having the victory, he had Cody beat, that was going to lead to a heel turn. He was going to give into his dark side, his darkness again, right? But it looks like we're back to doing Kevin and Randy for now, to which I'm like, I don't know. We're just doing them in a tag team? And who are they going to feud with? Austin and Grayson? Can we not? Is that really the feud? Austin and Grayson versus Randy and Kevin? Ugh. Okay. Let's hope and pray. Let's hope and pray. Dagnabbit. That we do get some sort of a Kevin Owens heel turn in the future. Because we need some. We desperately, and I mean desperately, need some top heels. Until The Rock comes back. Of course. Until The Rock comes back. Apparently, Ricky is trending. He's trending good. Keep it trending. So, this did just come to me, and I want to go ahead and talk about it here, because it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Breaking news! Breaking news in the world of wrestling. Matter of fact, I see a super chat that's going to talk about it. Let me go ahead and play this super chat for you, and then we'll get right to breaking news.
Hey Alyx, Motor City Machine Guns have signed with WWE. They will debut on NXT on October 1st.
Fightful Select reports MCMG, aka the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin have officially signed with the WWE. This is breaking news. Fightful Select has confirmed it, and they will. Reading it right now. It's looking like they will be premiering on NXT October 1st, CW. Huge. Major signing. I had a feeling that was going to be the case. A lot of people were talking about AEW picking them up. If they were ever going to be picked up, it should have happened during that gauntlet match, the tag team gauntlet match they had on Wednesday. But since I didn't see them then, it's official. The Motor City Machine Guns are now in WWE. That is a massive pickup. I kind of wish they would have signed them 10 years ago. When Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money, ooh, remember that? We saw one half of Beer Money, Bobby Roode. James Storm, I think, is still in TNA. But when they were doing Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns in TNA, easily some of the greatest tag matches, period, in all of wrestling, especially in TNA. Loved it. So, that would have been the perfect time to sign them. But I'm perfectly fine with them. Perfectly fine with them coming in now. Alex Shelley can still go. Chris Sabin, former TNA World Champion. Who are we kidding? So, that's going to be a massive pickup. I can't wait to see them get down on NXT. I would move them up as soon as possible. Let them do their thing on NXT. Let them get their feet wet. Let them understand when the hard cam is and find the characters and get their gimmicks going. I'm not going to hate on whatever they decide to do. But NXT, look here. You got Julia coming in. You got Stephanie Vaquer getting ready to debut. You got Motor City Machine Guns coming in. I might need to start Sam P-Boone. You've been the main one asking. This signing might be what gets me to start watching NXT regularly. Because that's a big-ass pickup. I'm curious, how old is Alex Shelley? How old is Alex Shelley? He's 41. How old is Chris Sabin? He's 42. Okay, so they're about the same, 41, 42. All right, well, it'd be a nice place to end their careers. Just kind of get in there and do their thing. I'm excited, man. Very excited to see what they're doing. James Storm is not TNA. Where's James Storm at? I'm pretty sure the last time I saw James Storm, he was in TNA. I don't watch Impact Wrestling TNA, so I might be wrong on that. So, wow, that's a big pickup. I got nothing else really to add except for I can't wait to see them start wrestling. I think this is going to be, if this is going to be their final run before they call it a day and become, I don't know, maybe they'll want to be trainers for upcoming talent. Whatever they decide to do, let's hope they go out on their best foot. I'll say this, WWE could use them right now. Not just NXT, but the main roster, because their tag team division isn't all that great. If I'm being honest with you, it's not terrible. It just isn't. It's not something lighting the world on fire. But yeah, I'm stoked, beyond stoked, to see what the MCMG can do with WWE. Apparently, James Storm is in NWA. Really? Well, when his contract expires over there, he needs to come over here, tag team with Bobby Roode, bring back beer money. Shoot. All right. Sorry about the detour, but that was big news. I had to talk about MCMG coming to WWE. But if y'all got any more news, hit me with it, man. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to please. I'm very, very open to a lot of things happening in the world of professional wrestling. All right, let's get back to it. So, last we left off, after our KO, see what I did there, won their match, we saw Cody Rhodes meet Nick Aldis backstage. Nick Aldis is like, the tag match at Bad Blood is going to be Jacob Fatu and Sikoa taking on Roman and Cody. And then Cody walked up and said, nah, I don't want anything to do with the bloodline. I beat Solo, I'm out. Deuces. Tell Roman I said no. N-O. Team, no! No! He changed his mind, but he still said no. And then people were like, oh, okay, does this mean Jimmy Uso's coming in? Are we going to get The Rock coming back? Or is Cody going to change his mind? And it was the latter. So Nia Jax comes out. She gets on the microphone and says, this is her reign. This is her division. And she runs this shit. And then Bayley comes out and said, nah. I want my rematch. And I want a piece of that booty. She said that. Word for it. Okay, she didn't say that. If anything, Nia Jax would tell Bayley she wants a piece of her booty. Anyways, Tiffany Stratton comes out and says, leave my woman alone. She mine. And Bayley's like, what you mean by that? And then Nia Jax is like, what you mean by that? And she's like, you know what I mean. I didn't mean like your championship or you're mine. Not in that way. I have no idea where this is going. Let me tell you what she actually says. So Tiffany comes out. She enters this. She says that Bayley is pathetic. And they bicker back and forth. And then Bayley says, well, I beat you last week. And then Tiffany's like, well, that's Nia's fault. And Nia said, bitch, what you say? Whose fault is that? And then Naomi came out. And Tiffany said, oh, thank God. Yeah, you're mad at her, not me. And then Naomi says, I want a shot at your title. And then Nia Jax said, okay, well, y'all have to fight each other. Better yet, y'all can fight me and Tiffy. And whoever pins me gets a title shot. By the way, if I pin either one of you, you leave SmackDown forever. Forever! Essentially. Alright, so I'm assuming Bayley and Naomi pins Nia Jax, and it's a triple threat? Triple threat? Maybe? We'll figure it out. I'm thinking triple threat. Andrade El Idolo versus Carmelo Hayes. Their 5th match in the series. Their other 4 were bangers. This is another banger. Oh, these two can wrestle forever. I loved this 5th match. the counters. There was a spot on the outside where they tried to do that reverse Spanish fly, and I think Andrade landed shoulder first. They both hit it very hard and pretty fucked up. But they're okay. They tough men. So they got inside the ring, started doing their thing, started whooping that candy ass. And then, unfortunately for Melo, he shot and missed because Andrade hit that top rope spinning, what do you call it? The message. Just call it the message, but you know what I'm talking about. That spinning suplex and pinned to 1, 2, 3. LA Knight comes out after Andrade gets 3 and 2 over Carmelo and challenged Andrade to a match. He didn't quit it with everybody saying LA Knight, yeah, to a U.S. title match next week. Let me guess, Carmelo Hayes comes out, costs him the match, and we get a triple threat, right? Wait, you just watch for that to happen. And then the last thing that happened on tonight's show, we saw the OTC, the original tribal chief and the only tribal chief. We saw Roman come out. He says, ain't nothing changed. He put his hand out to Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is like, here's your contract. And then Roman said, bitch, give me that microphone. Give him the microphone. And then he said, let's get something straight. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still Roman Reigns. It's still my ring, and I'm still the tribal chief. Acknowledge me. And then Cody came out and said, bitch, hold on. I'm the champion, and it hasn't been your ring or your WWE since WrestleMania. I'm the head honcho now. I'm the captain now. So they have a stare off. Roman's like, okay, bitch, we gonna see about that. Solo and Jacob come out. And then, ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Tried to blindside. They do blindside Cody and Roman. And then Cody and Roman beat their asses. And then after getting their asses beat by the Gorillas of Destiny, they both said, you know what? We hate each other, but we hate them more. Roman signs the contract. Roman sees Cody put out the hand. And then Roman said, oh yeah. They get the contract. They sign it. It's official. Cody and Roman versus Solo and Jacob. Huge match. Massive match for Bad Blood. I'm telling you, like, I said it before. I think Bad Blood. I think Bad Blood is going to be one of WWE's best pay-per-views all year. For real. Like, the card in my head was already stacked. Now it's even more stacked. This is even better. This is a much better match to do than Cody and Kevin and then Roman and Solo. We're still going to do Roman and Solo in the future. They'll probably do that Saudi Arabia. I'm assuming, again, War Games is going to be Solo, Hikuleo, and the nobody Gorilla the Gorilla. Gorillas of Destiny and Jacob taking on Roman, Cody, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy? The Rock? We'll see. We'll figure it out. I think you kind of had to do The Rock. Right? Apparently The Rock is supposed to be coming back, I think, after Bad Blood, around Survivor Series. So if that's the case, yeah, you gotta do The Rock. And then maybe have The Rock cost Roman's group, turn heel, be the real head honcho of the evil bloodline, and then have him fight Cody at Royal Rumble. The Rock beats Cody at Royal Rumble. Roman goes on to fight The Rock at WrestleMania. Maybe? Maybe. We'll do that. But yeah, this is the first Bad Blood in 20 years. The last Bad Blood was 2005, right? Right? No, 2004. 2004. See, now I gotta look it up. I'm just curious. While I look that up, thank you all so much for being here. Give me your grades. Give me your scores. That is my SmackDown review. I do appreciate y'all for giving me your thoughts on the show and your thoughts on the wrestling news. But now it is your time. You've had the floor. So the last Bad Blood, I'm looking this up. WWE Bad Blood Wikipedia. The last one, history, was 2003, 2004, 2017. Wait, it was a Bad Blood in 2017? We're not going to count that one. So before that one, it was 2004. You're right. So it was 2004. Wow, 20 years exactly. Excited about that. Yo, I forgot about the Lucha Bros coming in. That's right. Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix. Ooh, this tag team division is about to be massive. You got the Lucha Bros, Cedro, Miedo, and of course, Animal taking on MCMG. Wow. That's huge. That's huge. Yo, WWE's about to cook, bro. They're already cooking, but this tag team division is going to be fire. Fire! Yeah! Oh, who we got? Let's see here. Move away from the mid-card chief. Yo. Hey, no hating on Jacob. Excuse me. Shoot. Jacob's a main event player. No hating on Solo that hard, bro. Don't do that to Solo like that. He trying. What about the new music intro made you think it fits the show? Because it doesn't really give that out of your seat pump vibe. I disagree. Again, I'm a big fan of rap music. I think it does have that get out of your seat pump vibe. I thought it was well shot. Thought it was greatly edited. And Megan Thee Stallion is a beast. Again, it's just preference, taste in music. And I figured that there were going to be some that just don't like rap music. And that's okay. I like it. Cody and Rowan need to be Deadpool Wolverine. Oh no, they're not going to like each other. And I think that's why it works. That's why I actually like this match. Because they don't like each other. And it leaves room for Jacob Bot 2 to get the victory. I'm sorry. We're moving on from Solo. Solo ain't it. He ain't it. Dag nabbit. He ain't it. But yeah. Your thoughts on the new SmackDown logo? I love it. It's a cross between the new logo and the original 1999 logo. Let me see here. The first 35 minutes were commercial free. Fair enough. I'm pretty sure it felt like the first hour was, but you're probably right. It was probably the first 35 minutes. Fly Guy 1 says he needs Joe Hendry on the main roster. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Ricky. I believe in Ricky. Ricky would have whipped that ass, goddammit. Bobby Roode is retired. I'm pretty sure. I think when he did the interview with Chris Van Vliet, he did say that he could still go, but it's probably best that he stays a producer. So you're probably right. Who knows? DIY. Ooh, DIY MCMG. Give it to me. That's fire. Uh-oh. Everybody pause. Take a second. And show your love to the best reaction channel right here in the YouTube space. Say hello to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. Good to have you here, A&B. Cody and Roman will be very interesting. We're liking where this is going. And like they said, like the video. Do what they say. Do what they say. They say like the video, you like the video, dagnabbit. Let me see here. Yeah, Ricky is trending. Of course he is. Of course he is. Let me see here. What else you got? AEW messed over Canadians again with AEW Shockwave on FS1. It's on FS1? I mean, I didn't think it was going to be on the actual Fox network. Does anyone here watch FS1? Oh, look. That doesn't It doesn't sound like it's gonna be a show that I need to go out of my way to watch if it's on FS1, but sure. At least they got them a new show. What did we do? Rock versus Roman versus Solo for the Ulafala. Slam Tackle TV. Let's not go too far. Let's just do Rock and Roman. Let's just do Rock and Roman, and that's about it. The Hardy Boys want to come back to WWE. Again, we could use more tag teams. It would be nice. We could use that. The Motor City Machine Guns are a massive pickup from TNA. Oh, that's a massive pickup, period. Massive pickup. Again, it should have happened a lot sooner when they were younger and at their primes, because they are both in their 40s now. But you know what? I'll still take it. They're still good. Cortez Mordo says the SmackDown theme is good. Stop hating. Start appreciating. The Birthday Boy, Robert Brown, says Megan Thee Stallion and Sasha Banks had an appearance on some talk show back in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Really? Interesting. So Megan Thee Stallion is a wrestling fan. The more you know. The more you know. What rappers are... So, Snoop Dogg's a wrestling fan. Megan Thee Stallion's a wrestling fan. Nicki Minaj is a wrestling fan. Lil Weezy. Lil Wayne's a wrestling fan. There's gotta be other rappers. There's tons of rappers who are wrestling fans. Steve Harvey a wrestling fan? Steve Harvey had them on his game show, Family Feud, but I don't think he's a wrestling fan. He probably is. I don't know. Wanda Sykes is a wrestling fan. I know that for sure. I'm trying to think. There's gotta be like another big comedian. Coolio. Coolio's a wrestling fan. 50 Cent? Really? Eminem? Are you sure about that? Are you sure Eminem's a wrestling fan? Lil Romeo. Yo, you took me back. Took me back to Lil Romeo. Master P. Master P is a wrestling fan. You're right about that. So, and Master P is the father of Romeo. We'll see. Brian Lindsay. I don't really like how the tag champs on both brands are being used as punching bags for the main event storylines. Yeah, it's crazy. You forget that the Gorillas are the tag team champs. You forget that ain't nobody realer than Gorilla are your tag team champs on SmackDown, and Finn and McDonough are your Raw tag team champs. Yeah, it's not a good look. It isn't a good look, actually. I agree with you on that. Majority of the rappers are WWE fans for sure. Rock guys are too. You're probably right about that. You're probably right. It would make a lot of sense too if rock music, rap music, and a lot of those artists were fans of wrestling. Like if I found out that Missy Elliott was a fan of wrestling, I'd be like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. We'll see. Why do we have so many heels as champions? Do we? Let me see. So Cody's a babyface. Nia's so Nia's a heel. That's one. Bloodline tag team champs. That's two. LA Knight. So Cody and LA Knight are babyfaces. And then Raw got Gunther. And then of course Judgment Day. Who's the IC champ? The IC champ is is Braun Breaker a heel? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, Liv Morgan. Well, it's pretty heel heavy. Yeah, it's pretty heel heavy. I'm not gonna lie. Aaliyah was a wrestling fan. I miss you. You're right, she was. I miss Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Coolio and Aaliyah. Living in this gangster's paradise. I don't know. I think Braun Breaker, at this point, Braun's a babyface. I don't see him as a heel. Maybe he's a tweener. Mandy Rose says she might come back. Did she? Did she? Destiny's Child is a wrestling fan? Beyonce? Jay-Z is one. I know Jay-Z's a wrestling fan. Maybe she is. Shoot. If they can land Beyonce, that would be huge. That's what I thought. So Ultra Shadow says they were gonna do a Bad Blood pay-per-view, but they opted out to do Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire. Do I think Tupac was a wrestling fan? I think Biggie and Tupac were wrestling fans. They had to be. I know both of them would have been if they had, survived, but rest in peace to Biggie and Tupac. So I think we can all agree this was a good show tonight. Let me get your scores. So what was your grades for tonight's so Joseph Winters gave it an 8 out of 10. Dylan Danger gave it a 9 out of 10. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit. What are your scores for tonight's episode? Alright. Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube's a wrestling fan. Not too confident about that. Don't ask me about anyone else modern, because I'm not really I'm not too versed on modern rap. Like Kendrick Lamar and Drake, sure, maybe. We'll figure it out. Slam Tackle TV gives it an 8.5 out of 10. Fly Guy gives it a 9 out of 10. Sunset Jason gives it a 9.1 out of 10. A&B Combos are split. A gives it an 8.5, and then B gives it a solid 9. So A gives it a B, and B gives it an A. Hey, saw what I did there? You saw what I did there? I got bars. JJ Bulldog gives it a 9 out of 10. David Hairston gives it a 1 out of 10. Was there something wrong with the show, son? Sir? The Meat Chan match was... Meat Chan is like... And I like Mia Yim, but Meat Chan is like Austin Theory and Santos Escobar. Just people that Triple H is a fan of, and they push him really, really hard. And we all know that they're not going to amount to anything, but they try. Hey, I mean, every promoter has their favorites, and then there are those wrestlers you're just like, why though? Mia Yim? I really want Mia Yim. I really, really, really want Mia Yim to figure it out. I hope she does. Because you know Triple H is pushing the hell out of her because he loves her. Or maybe he's pushing her hard because he's trying to get Keith Lee to come back. Something to think about. Ice Cube's son is a wrestling fan. Oh yeah, he sure is. Maybe Ice Cube is a wrestling fan. Alright, let's go ahead and end this discussion here. Thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. We're going to go ahead and close things out. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Alright, so we got let me see, when is Grand Slam? We got 2 weeks until Grand Slam. And then we're 3 weeks away from Bad Blood this Saturday. And then, of course, 4 weeks away from AEW's next pay-per-view, Wrestle Dream. So, we still got a ways off it for the pay-per-views. Do know I will be up here to do all sorts of live streams and uploads and reviews and other nice, sweet topics. But yes, the Motor City Machine Guns have officially signed with WWE, and they are coming in, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do. So, in the meantime, thank you all for being here. Show love to A&B Combos. Show your love to the Mod Squad. And thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. And always know, no matter where you are, whenever you're watching this, you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. The place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out of here. Peace.
When you're when you're